Richland County government honors some of our local heroes. The Recreation Commission and Historic Columbia have new facilities in the works, and county employees have started their annual fundraiser for the United Way. Let's review what's going on in Richland County. Richland County honored local Korean War veterans at an event in November to recognize their service and to commemorate the end of the conflict 60 years ago. Veterans of the so-called Forgotten War gathered at the Township Auditorium for the Heroes Remembered Service Honored program. The event was an opportunity for Richland County to publicly honor local veterans who missed the statewide ceremony this summer. More than 100 people attended the program held by Richland County government and the Richland County Veterans Affairs Office. Men, some of them wearing military decorations, were presented with Korean War service medals and certificates from the Department of Defense.
It is indeed my pleasure to set aside time in our busy lives to give recognition and respect and the appropriate honor to our community's Korean veterans. And thank you all for being here for this wonderful occasion.
At this hour, we gather to remember and pay tribute to those who served in that far-off place, of whom many laid down their arms to march into the land of eternal peace. We celebrate these courageous veterans who marched off in the service of the armed forces of our nation and contributed to the greatness of our national defense.
Richland County government kicked off its 2013 United Way campaign in November. The campaign will run through December 7th. Richland County departments raised more than $25,000 last year. The United Way of the Midlands unites people and resources to improve the quality of life in the Midlands. The organization determines and responds to critical human service needs of the community. Richland County and the City of Columbia have launched a new alerts program designed to provide citizens with time-sensitive information for public safety and community awareness. Residents can choose from a variety of updates including public safety, power outages, missing persons, community events, road closures, traffic safety, and water and sewer updates. Residents can register for the service by calling 545-3300. The Recreation Commission recently broke ground on a new facility in the northeast area of the county.
So Richland County Council and the Recreation Commission determined there was a need for additional youth athletic field space. We're hoping to fill the gap and take a load off of the surrounding facilities like North Springs Park and Blythewood. This is the Kelly Mill Recreation Complex. There will be 4 lighted baseball fields with paved parking. There will be a press box there along with a canteen. We will have a walking trail, picnic shelters, and some other passive recreation activities.
We're trying to bring families together, whether it's family reunion, family get-together, or bring other peoples from out of town as visitors to come to this facility, utilize it, and see the wonder nature that we have around. So that's what this means for me for District 9. We're going to have a walking trail, we're going to have fish and pair, we're going to have an aquatic center, we're going to have an amphitheater. So this is extremely wonderful for the community. Concerts, family get-together. For me, I'm coming to fish. I was told there's quite an array of a variety of fishes in the lake behind me. So when we put in the walking trail and the piers, that will enable one, safety, because a lot of time we have residents who stand on the side of the street and fish. Now we could bring them in a safe location where they could fish. For me, I'm going to learn how to fish.
So if you want additional information on this facility or any of our other facilities, please visit www.richlandcountyrecreation.com for more information.
Closed in 2005 due to structural issues, Columbia's Woodrow Wilson Family Home is in the final months of a multi-phase comprehensive rehabilitation. The home will feature professionally designed exhibit galleries, period vignettes, virtual tours, and wayside signage that will grant visitors an interpretive experience never before encountered at this landmark.
It's very important for the county for a variety of reasons. First of all, you've all heard this is Woodrow Wilson's boyhood home. But it also was built in 1870. And that was an interesting time in our city's history, and nowhere in the city do we reflect that time, and I think we're going to hear about that, of how the house is going to be interpreted. And I think it's very important for us to keep that in mind, that not only was this Woodrow Wilson's boyhood home, and he served as a young man that obviously influenced him greatly in his later life, but also was an interesting time for the city of Columbia. And I think it's important for us to keep that in perspective, that we need to know where we came from in order to know where we're going.
It's the only presidential site. It is the first place that in Columbia there was a grassroots preservation movement. And so in the late 1920s and 1928, as a matter of fact, folks wanted to build the Township Auditorium, which, as you know, is a wonderful landmark today. The only problem was they wanted to build it on this block, which is just one block south of the township's current location. That created a big response on the part of not just Columbians, but also South Carolinians throughout the state who were concerned about having the home of Woodrow Wilson, the 28th president, potentially destroyed in just a few years, in fact 4 years, after he had passed away.
The 2013 NCDA Regional Training Conference recently took place in Columbia and was the first time the conference was held in the Midlands area. NCDA is a national nonprofit organization which represents cities and counties nationwide, which administer U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development funding. NCDA is an association of people committed to assist local governments to achieve high-quality, locally responsive programming, particularly for low and moderate income people. Members from Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, North and South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, and Puerto Rico all gathered downtown to learn from longtime professionals and each other.
It's absolutely vital for us to continue to meet like this and to work together to afford opportunities for individuals that do not have decent housing, decent water, and have an opportunity to enjoy the economic benefits, economic development opportunities that each of our cities and counties across the state and across this nation offers to everyone.
But the impact of community development in terms of growing communities, improving neighborhoods, building safe, decent, affordable housing, changing the landscape of neighborhoods, it's really an investment that comes back into the community. A lot of money that comes through HUD, for example, the Community Development Block Grant money that's used, it's really a multiplier, because for every dollar that we spend, we also create new jobs and working opportunities for people in neighborhoods. The same in terms of any investment program. If you have enough money, you can reach enough people who can move from what their current status is, if you will, and begin to take low and moderate income people and give them a stabilized life in a decent neighborhood for their children.
Community development provides financial advice and in some instances assistance within Richland County. If you have any questions on how we can upgrade you, call us at 576-2230.
Richland County is laying out groundwork for road improvement projects funded by the penny sales tax to begin as early as next summer. The county is seeking to hire project managers and engineers to help oversee the design of the county penny sales tax transportation program, which includes $769 million in projects across Richland County over the next 22 years. County officials anticipate having the project managers and engineers in place early next year so that some dirt road paving, resurfacing, and other enhancement projects may begin by next summer. For more information about specific projects, visit the Transportation Penny website on rcgov.us. That's going to do it for this edition of the Richland Review. If you have any questions about the information in this video, please email us at pio@rcgov.us.